It's all guns blazing, man. Tell you what, you've got about 10 police cars and you've got a guy that's just getting spread eagle out there. Guns pulled just for what looks like some kind of routine traffic stop, but I don't want to go too close. You know, I don't need the extra aggravation, but basically they got a SWAT team out there just for a guy with a traffic stop, and I don't get it, but this is quite amazing.
From the animal hospital,
yeah,
chasing each other all the way over here, like they were backing up on each other.
Oh,
and
yeah,
throwing bottles at each other and stuff, and it just all you hear, boom. And I just caught it too at the end. Like right when they went over there,
yeah,
I ran over here and I seen it. It was funny.
So the two cars were throwing bottles at each other, or the cops were throwing bottles?
No, the cops weren't throwing bottles.
Oh.
The two cars were throwing bottles at each other.
Oh, okay. So it was a drunken chase, kind of.
It was gaming. Gang related.
Okay, gang related.
Yeah.
So that's why all the firearms. Wow. Well, you got two total cars, and you got a whole lot of Chicago's finest lined up around the block. Wow. Welcome to America. There's been a massive amount of shootings in Chicago. It's now the murder capital of the world, basically. In the south and southwest sides are the biggest problem areas, but it's even worse than when I was here. When I was living here, it was still a problem, but nothing like this. Apparently gang-related, guys that were throwing bottles at each other. I don't know why bottles, but I think maybe they were attempting to go to the trigger finger after they threw their open containers, and that's when the cops arrived. I don't know, it must be in the water or something, because it's a charged atmosphere here. You know, they call these guys Thundercats. Always tearing around, getting into trouble, and definitely contributing to the reputation of Chicago as being gangland, murder capital. This coming on the heels of 200+ complaints for 4 Chicago cops in particular throughout Chicago. This is nothing new. This has been going on for quite some time, but basically there are more cops in the streets that I can see, more federal type of police officers in riot gear, and a lot more infrastructure for this type of law enforcement. And they'll say, of course, that it's because of the problems with shootings, but these cops are deployed all over the city, not just in Inglewood and some of the problem areas. Now, recently, Rahm Emanuel has been in the news for allowing thousands of illegal immigrants to come into Chicago, giving them housing and supporting them basically on what is basically a fast track to citizenship. And there's a correlation there. You can't tell me that there's not a correlation between the increased number of illegal immigrants into Chicago and the gang violence and the shootings, the homicides, because there's a lot of Latin gangs in Chicago. Latin Kings are just one of the many gangs that have been here for a while, but over the past several years, with borders that are open and now official policy of letting people in without any kind of checks on their background, it is incredible. It's absurd. The correlation is there. It's not racist. It's not prejudiced in any way. You can do the figures and you can find out that with more illegals coming in, homicides have gone up and drug trafficking has exploded.